Very good afternoon. It's almost a truth, universally acknowledged, that a single man in possession of male sex body must be in want of a female sex body. So let's not uh, twist Jane Austen anymore. So I'm sorry, Jane Austen. I take an apology for twisting one of the canons of British literature, Pride and Prejudice. Now, I'm pretty much interested in uh, a kind of intersectionality between Marxist critical thought and gender studies. Now, you might wonder why. It's because Marxist critical thought is primarily based upon having a base and then having a superstructure. Now, what is the base? Base is economics. Base is those working class. Base is those laborers. Base is those factory workers. Base is those the proletariats. On what is the superstructure? Superstructure, this is the superstructure, and this is the base, and this is the superstructure. Now, superstructure is the privileged class, the elite class who enjoys the fruits of the base. So, base builds up a college, and the professors go in there and teach. So, the masons, the laborers, the workers, they are the base, and the professors, the teachers, they are the superstructure. So you would not have had the college to teach, you would not have had the university to teach if you do not have the base to teach in. So you have to have the building or the base or the college in order for you to walk in and teach. So professors are the superstructure, and the masons, the laborers who created the college with bricks and stones, they are the base. And always, because of the base, the superstructure could stand. And without the base, the superstructure cannot survive, cannot exist. So, actually, the superstructure, according to Karl Marx, the superstructure depends on the base to stand erect and to stand tall. And if we do not have any base, we cannot have any superstructure. It's very simple. You cannot have any superstructure if you do not have the base. So let us now use this Marxist critical reading into gender studies. Now let's replace the Marxist base with body, and let's replace the superstructure with gender. Now, what is the base? The base is the body. The base is the body. And what is the superstructure? The superstructure is like the buildings, superstructure is the gender. So, in even more simple theoretical terms, the body or sex is the base. Yes, you heard me right. The body and sex is the base, and the superstructure is the gender. Now, when can you have a stable gender? My question is very simple. When can anyone have stable gender? When you can have stable sex. Now, when can you have stable sex? When you can have stable body. And that's why the identity of the body must be stabilized, must be fixed, must be absolutely fixed and stabilized, so that the gender performance can stand upon a stable base of the sex body. And when you can stabilize the gender, because now it is standing upon a very stable sex body, you can stabilize the sexuality, that is desire. So let's go from 1, 2, 3. So the nurse lift the towel and shows the genital that is there between the two legs, and if it has a penis, then it is male sex body. If it does not have a penis, if it has a vagina, it's a female sex body. So now the biology would tell you the sex is sorted. Is it? At least the biology would tell you. The science would tell you that the sex is sorted. Now once you sort out the stable body, now you can build your infrastructure, that is gender, upon that stable base of the sexed biological body, be it male or female. And then depending on the genital of the stable sex body, we can decide the gender. That is, if there is something between the legs, that is, if the baby is sexed male, then we expect the baby to perform masculinity, to do masculine gender. Now the gender is now stabilized. And once you stabilize the gender, this is very interesting. Once you stabilize the gender, you can also stabilize the desire. Because once you have decided that, okay, since the baby has a sexed male body and the baby is expected to perform masculine gender, so obviously that baby, when it grows up into man, he would be desiring female sex body. So you can always fix and stabilize desire upon that gender, because you have already fixed the desire upon the gender. Why? Because you have already fixed the gender upon the sex body, which is the Marxist base. So you create a stable sex body, and once you create a stable sex body, you can create a stable gender. And once you create a stable gender, you can always create a stable desire, stable sexuality. And once you can create a stable sexuality, you can always create stable heterosexuality, because the masculinity would always be sexually desirous of femininity. Because ছেলে হলে তো মেয়েকে ভালো লাগবেই, এটাই তো স্বাভাবিক, এটাই তো নর্মাল, এটাই তো ন্যাচারাল। Now because of that normal and that natural, you know how normal and natural is culturally produced through repetition. Now because of that normal, because of that natural heterosexuality, now the capitalism would be very happy, because now we would have babies being produced because of heterosexuality. So the market would run and the bourgeois capitalism would be very, very happy. Now, my question is very, very simple. That is it because of the stable body that we create the stable gender? Or is it because of the stable gender that we create stable sexuality and desire? Or is it the other way around? That is 3, 2, 1. That is to say, because we have to create the production of the babies, so we have to have heterosexuality. Man loving woman and woman loving man. And in order for the heterosexuality to survive in our culture, in our patriarchal heteronormative culture, we have to decide a specific performance of gender, and that's why gender was stabilized. And now, in order for the gender to be specifically decided as a verb, as a performance, as Judith Butler would say in Gender Trouble, we have to fix the body. And how do we fix the body? We don't fix the body, the nurse does. And nurse lifts the towel and discovers whether there is something between the leg or nothing between the legs. And that's when the body as sexed identity is culturally determined. And with this determination, now we can build the superstructure of gender as verb and the further superstructure of desire as sexuality. And with this note, I am concluding this YouTube video. See you soon. Stay home, stay safe, and take care. See you soon. Bye.